Picture this, the Ravens defense getting a serious boost. Devin Lloyd, a first-round linebacker who can run sideline-to-sideline, hit hard, and just seems to know exactly where the ball's going. Put him next to Roquan Smith, and you've got a duo that could turn the middle of the defense into a brick wall. Nearly impossible to get past. What's really interesting? Lloyd's name is already buzzing as a top target for Baltimore down the line. Will the Ravens open up their wallets to bring him in? Or is this just another story that's got the fan base dreaming big? Trust me, there's way more behind this potential move than meets the eye. And you're about to find out everything. Since Patrick Queen left, Ravens fans have noticed the defense hasn't had the same punch in the middle. Roquan Smith is still a beast, but the defense needs a partner who can mix speed, power, and instincts to shut down every gap at the second level. That's where Devin Lloyd comes in. His name is quietly gaining steam as a 2026 target, and for good reason. He brings the physical presence and smarts that have always defined Baltimore's defensive identity. What's cool about the Ravens is they don't just throw money at free agents for hype. They're picky and patient, only going all in when a player can really raise the team's bar. Lloyd isn't just hype. He's proven he can be that difference maker. He reads plays fast, chases running backs from sideline to sideline, and locks down coverage. Simply put, he could bring back the intensity and control the defense lost when Queen left. On top of that, Lloyd's got the competitive fire Baltimore loves. He's tough against a run, doesn't shy away from contact, and plays disciplined football. In just 3 NFL seasons, he's built a solid resume facing some of the league's toughest offenses. Ravens fans can't help but imagine the impact of Smith and Lloyd standing side by side, forming an almost impenetrable barrier in the middle. That duo could turn Baltimore's defense back into one of the league's most suffocating units. And that leads us to a question that's on everyone's mind. If Lloyd fits so perfectly, what exactly would he bring alongside Roquan Smith to push this defense back to the top? That's where the real excitement starts. Roquan Smith alone can change a defense's entire game, but even the best need someone beside them to complement their strengths and cover any holes. That was the case with Patrick Queen, and it's why Devin Lloyd is turning heads. His sideline-to-sideline range is impressive. He reads plays before they fully develop, and he smartly defends short passes. Paired with Smith, that creates a defensive core that doesn't just intimidate. It smothers any attempt to push through the middle. This potential chemistry goes way beyond theory. Imagine a linebacker who can attack the line of scrimmage with power one play, then drop back to cover and shut down a dangerous tight end the next. Lloyd's proven he can do both with skill. Over 3 NFL seasons, he's notched 4 interceptions and 19 passes defended, showing his sharp instincts, quick hands, and timing. That's exactly the versatility Mike McDonald's defense prize, and Zach Orr, the new DC, will surely value it too. Having Lloyd beside Smith also means Roquan can unleash even more aggression. With a reliable partner, Smith could blitz more, exploit gaps, and pressure quarterbacks without worrying about the space behind him. That freedom was key to Baltimore's success when Queen was around, and Lloyd has what it takes to bring that balance back. If that idea already gets you pumped, Lloyd's stats just make it stronger, which is exactly what the next section digs into. When we talk about Devin Lloyd, it's not just potential. We're talking real production from the jump. Picked in the first round of the 2022 draft, he quickly became a centerpiece of Jacksonville's defense, racking up 355 tackles, 2 sacks for interceptions, and 4 fumble recoveries over just 3 seasons. It's not just volume either. Lloyd rarely disappears from a game and constantly finds ways to make an impact. What matters most for Baltimore is that these numbers came in tough situations. Lloyd has played in defenses often on the field for long stretches, facing some of the NFL's most physical offenses, and still kept his intensity high. That shows durability, toughness, and mental grit. Exactly what you want in a Raven. For a franchise that values reliability as much as the Ravens do, Lloyd represents a safe bet. He's not the type to show up big only once or twice a year. He delivers week after week. And with Smith already carrying so much responsibility, having a teammate who's on the same level of commitment and preparation is practically a must-have. But Lloyd's fit with Baltimore isn't just about stats. It's also about style. And on that front, the match could be perfect.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, But before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
The Ravens don't play defense by sitting back. They go after the offense. They pressure, force turnovers, and set a physical pace that wears teams down. Devin Lloyd fits that mold perfectly. He plays with aggression, loves contact, and is laser-focused on executing his assignments. His downhill style, bursting quickly toward the line of scrimmage, is exactly what Baltimore demands from their linebackers. Plus, Lloyd brings a strategic edge. He can stay on the field across different defensive packages without needing to come out. He can handle heavy formations designed to stop the run, and then immediately shift into nickel packages to cover short and intermediate routes. That kind of flexibility is gold for a defense that likes to mix looks and keep quarterbacks guessing. For John Harbaugh and his staff, having a linebacker like Lloyd opens up a ton of tactical options. You can dial up creative blitzes, disguise coverages, and switch assignments on the fly knowing Lloyd's smart enough and well-prepped to pull it off. That intelligence and adaptability is what separates good players from truly special ones in Baltimore's eyes. Of course, all this technical fit only becomes reality if the need becomes clear, which brings us to the final point. At the end of the day, it all depends on how Trenton Simpson and Teddy Buchanan perform this season. Baltimore has given them the first shot to fill the spot beside Roquan Smith, but the pressure is huge. Simpson struggled in his first year as a starter, and Buchanan, though promising, is still improving at the pro level. If neither steps up, management might have no choice but to act fast. That's when Devin Lloyd becomes more than just a target. He becomes the obvious solution. His experience, talent, and track record mean there'd be no waiting period. He'd be ready to impact week one. For a team aiming for a championship, that difference between a very good defense and a dominant one could be huge. Money also plays a role here. Players like Lloyd don't hit the market every year, and when they do, the price is usually steep. But Baltimore has shown they won't hesitate to spend big when a piece is key to keeping their elite standard. If 2025 exposes this weakness next to Smith, the decision could come well before next offseason. So, here's the question for Ravens fans. Will we see this duo come together in the future, or will the young guys develop and change the course of this story completely? Devin Lloyd isn't just another name out there. He's Baltimore's chance to get back that deadly linebacker duo that control the game and shut down offenses. His numbers, playing style, and fit in the Ravens' defensive system make this a really tempting possibility. But it all comes down to what Simpson and Buchanan deliver this year, and that will decide the future of this position. Now, here's the big question. Should the Ravens go all in on Lloyd if the youngsters don't step up, or is it better to keep developing the talent already on the roster? Whatever the answer, one thing's clear. The path Baltimore chooses will say a lot about how far this defense can go in the coming seasons. And at the end of the day, it's all about one goal, keeping the Ravens on top.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself. See you there, and until the next video, go Flock.